Why do different people like to read different magazines? Well, people have different likings, so that is why they tend to read different sort of magazines. For example, some people like automobiles, so they like to read Overdrive or Autocar India. Some people like dishes, so they like to read the same sort of stuff. And some people like real estate, some like stock market, some like fashion, so they kind of like to read the similar things, not the all the same. So some of the examples I already told you, like Overdrive, Autocar India, and some other which are quite popular in my country are Vogue or India Today. And please watch my weekly show Ask Easy IELTS every Saturday at 8 p.m. where I solve your doubts. What kind of magazines do teenagers like to read? As I already told you, people like different sorts of stuff, so they like to read the different kind of magazine, and it is really hard for me to speak about the teenagers. And I believe that most of the teenagers like to read about the sports stuff, about the fashion, and but it's still really very hard to speak about the all of the teenage community. What is the difference between news on TV and news on magazines? The biggest difference I can say is that on TV we can have recent news, but in the magazines we do find the news like of a previous month or the last fortnight, but they are not the most recent ones. The most recent ones are usually telecasted live, the most important ones especially, and other we can read in the newspapers the very next day. And that's a big difference between news in TV and news in magazines. Do people like to read news from the internet? Yes, young people like to read the news from the social media especially, and there are also some newspapers which are available online in the form of e-paper. So that's a good initiative by some newspaper brands like the Tribune, the Indian Express, and they are publishing it online with some ads. But that's a good thing because people can save a lot of paper and a lot of money by subscribing to that. Do people still buy magazines in your country? Yes, people still buy some magazines, which are paper magazines especially. But this trend is changing nowadays. That like people are now opting for the digital magazines more often because they think that it is really secure way to access the magazines at anywhere, anytime. You don't have to carry it physically, like it's a kind of extra burden. But if you put that magazine in the form of ebook in your phone, then it's really convenient and you can easily share across the other people or across the various devices. Why do magazines have health related articles? Well, health is a trending topic from some 3 or 4 years, so that is why the magazines are now including that topic just to increase their sales, to boost their sales. And the people are now becoming more health conscious and they tend to find good articles anywhere they can, like in magazines, in online, in the internet. So the magazines have included that topic. I believe that is just for the like increasing to increase their sales. How do people keep a healthy diet? Well, people can have a healthy lifestyle and a healthy diet if they eat only or they consume the uh, nutritious food, the healthy food, and especially that food which they grow themselves. And this is a skill which I think that everyone should know, how to grow their own food, because only then they can ensure the good nutritional value of the food, as well as it can be organic because they have grown with their own hands. So whenever we grow for ourselves, whenever we grow the food which we have to consume, we grow it with love and we keep it free from any kind of chemicals as much as possible. What kinds of foods are considered as unhealthy? Well, I think that the fast foods are considered as unhealthy by most of the people. It is because they are deep fried and they are full of unsaturated fats, which gives rise to the various complications in your body. Plus, if you consume fast food in high quantity, then it can have direct impact on your body. So that is why I usually consider the fast food as unhealthy food. Do people in India usually exercise? Generally speaking, yes, the people in India are have now become more health conscious. They are paying more attention towards their health, and yes, that's why they go for gyms, they go for exercise centers, they go for parks where they can do their exercise. And some, even the rich families often have the gyms installed in their own homes, so they don't have to go out to work out in that gym. So yes, people usually do exercise in their free time. So these were all the follow-up questions for the topic and health article which you read. And please do subscribe to my channel, give a like if you find this video helpful, and please watch my weekly show Ask Easy IELTS every Saturday at 8 p.m. where I solve your doubts. And if you have any doubt, comment in the comment box and share this channel as much as possible. Thank you.